play fake here on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. From the 17, Ryan. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Haskins now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Don't say nothing.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Right there. 54, right there.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. 20! And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 2-6. Hey, watch that.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Bryce Love in the final seconds of the first half. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Ito Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
56 to Mike, 56. Check 56. I'm here all day.
They go play action with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the play.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Play action. Haskins. Slings this deep from... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fresh off the pick 6, They've got to forget about that quick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this throw caught left side. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his second, third quarter in Indy. The Patriots have added on as they extend their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Ty Long now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. The Chargers have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
We got motion. Back up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 46.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. On 1st down, here's Love. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Check. Watch 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. That is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. Shifts past him at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the counter, it's Smith. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ryan now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. Caught by Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
59, ready. 25. 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Shift, shift. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tuesday. 20.
Brian wants to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to loft one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Smith trying to run for it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run with Smith. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, gun.
Now Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Let's go forward.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Wait! 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go!
Here's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete.
Keep playing.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Atlanta, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.